Welcome to another edition of the Boselli Breakdown. JP Shadrick with Pro Football Hall of Fame left tackle Tony Boselli after, a Jaguars win. The third win of the season.
We'll take it.
They're rare.
They're rare. It was not pretty. It was not the most beautiful football. But you know what? As I said last night as we were flying home talking about the game, any day, anytime you beat the Titans, it's a good day. And it's a division rival. It's a big game. And, you could be critical about some of the things that happened during the game and how offensively we played. But the bottom line is when we had to make plays, we did this week like we have not done in the past.
Defense had a lot of those 3 4th-down stops, couple down in the red zone, real close to the goal line, which was huge, of course, to kind of maintain things. And then the offense found some kind of traction in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. They moved the ball for a touchdown finally, but it was a real struggle in the first half, and then they started to turn it on. So full team victory, really, all the way around.
Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, you could talk about some of the things the Titans did. They were down in the tight red zone twice, came with no points. Mm-hmm. And the way their defense was playing, maybe they, looking back, do it a little bit different. But bottom line is, we were not playing well in the first half offensively. We really couldn't get anything going. And about midway through the third quarter, they said, all right, we're going to start feeding Brian Thomas Jr., got Tank Bigsby going, and put together a couple drives. 2 drives, all you needed to do. Got the points and got the win.
A lot of young players contributed to that win this week. You mentioned Brian Thomas Jr., Tank Bigsby, second-year player. On the defensive side, Jarian Jones, I thought, stood out and had a nice game with a sack, couple passes defense. Mason Smith getting more and more snaps, at least in there. Not sure how they're looking. You probably saw the film, but that's a good sign for the future, and that's kind of what you want to see down the stretch, right? With these games remaining, you want to win them, but you need guys to develop.
Yeah,
too.
I think right now, because, winning's always better than losing. Let's start there. But the playoffs are off the table. You have a double-digit loss season. So it's, no matter what happens, you're going to be disappointed at the end. And so right now, it's like, let's start developing some young guys. Let's get guys and see what, who they are and what they can do and start getting them reps so they have some experience going into next year. And I thought Jarian Jones, he's been ascending all year. I think he's playing better and better. He does a really nice job. Had his first sack. Good blitzer off the edge. Mason Smith is getting more and more reps. He does some nice things. Big body, big, powerful guy there in the interior. And he needs the reps because he missed most of the season, whether it was he had the ankle and then just being down for coaches' decisions. So those are all really important. And I think seeing the young guys step up and make plays is a good thing. And that's what you want to see down the stretch.
Week 15 coming up, the New York Jets coming to town, Aaron Rodgers and company, and yes, they're 3-10. It's been a disappointing year for the Jets, but it's still Aaron Rodgers. They still have some parts on that team and guys that can hurt you really on both sides of the ball, Tony.
Yeah, they're talented, and I think they're probably feeling a little bit like we are right now, saying, what the heck happened? They fired Robert Saleh during the season, so they're an interim coach right now. They thought this was a Jets team that could contend for the AFC East and get in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, and they got traded for Devontae Adams, in the season. So they got a lot of talent, both sides of the ball, and so it's a team that you're going to be ready to play. 2, 3, and 10 teams, and so it's who can make the least amount of mistakes, who doesn't beat themselves, probably has a pretty good chance of winning this ballgame.
4 games to go. Jets at the Raiders, home against the Titans again, and then at the Colts to wrap it up. Couple division games at the end, and a month to go, and here we are.
Yeah, it's not where you expect it to be. It's not where you want to be at 3-10, but it is what it is. And so all you can do is focus on what's ahead of you. And you have 4 games. You got the Jets coming to town. It'd be nice to get a win here in Jacksonville in front of our fans. And you hope you can build on what you did last week. Obviously, I think you're going to have a much better offensive performance this week. I think, you watched the Jets last week. They scored 26 and had that game against the Dolphins, you thought wrapped up. Give the Dolphins credit. They came back. So, you got to believe that's a Jets team that is going to come in here. They have veteran players, guys who have a lot of pride. and probably going to give a pretty good effort.
Well, Tony, if the Jaguars win another game back-to-back, that's what they call a winning streak.
That'd be nice. We haven't had one of those this year.
No. It would be a nice way to wrap up the season. Tony, we'll talk.
And it'll help my lock. I locked that we would not have the first overall pick this year, and we're out of the pole position now.
There's a few weeks to go, but it's looking like your lock is going to be okay. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, JP.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, please subscribe and take a look at all the other videos on our YouTube channel.